Good morning, everyone. It's Becky. Welcome back. And it's time, it's May the 1st, time to start our wolf pack, though I noticed over the weekend several did go ahead and start. I'm so excited to catch up on the progress today. Of course, I was a little busy over the weekend. You saw a short that I posted about my quilt top that I had been working on. Everybody say good morning to Sweet Pea, my little kitty cat. She's so cute. So yeah, I'm working today to get caught up on the wolf pictures that we're doing. And again, I did choose a slightly different painting just because of personal preference. So this is a square drill painting and it will be my first. So this morning we're going to tape off our sections using washi tape. I've got this from Dollar Tree that I'm going to use today. I was at Dollar General over the weekend and they had some nice narrow, very similar washi tape. These were on clearance for 60 cents per roll, so I went, or per pack, so I went ahead and got 4 of them. But for today, we're gonna go ahead and use this just because it's got tacos and cacti and limes on it, and we all know that here in a few days it's gonna be Cinco de Mayo, so we're gonna enjoy some Cinco de Mayo themed washi tape. Now the way I section this off, this is a 40 by 50 painting. So I'm gonna do 4 sections wide and then 5 sections long for a total of 20 sections. Let's see how far we can get with this washi tape. Pardon me as I struggle to find the end. So what I will do, I'll actually use just a simple ruler or a measuring tape to section off my areas. So let's see here. The total width of the drill area on this is 35 centimeters. Of course, you know, with the budget-friendly paintings, they sell it based on the full size of the canvas, whereas some of the more pricey paintings like Diamond Art Club measure the drill area as what they sell it by. So 35 wide and 45 long. So let's break this into 4 sections. We'll take our ruler and just line it up. Let's see here. What was that in inches? Because my brain doesn't work in centimeters very well. So just under 14 inches. Pause while my brain calculates here. Let's see, if we did 2.5, 5, let's see, 7.5, 10 would get us here-ish. Yeah, let's go ahead and do our sections at, let's go 2 3/4. Did I do that at 2? I did, okay. For a second there, I thought I might have done it at 3 3/4. 2 3/4, and these may not come out as exactly even sections, and that's fine because sometimes I've got a little bit more time to work. Actually, that seems to have come out great. 1 2 3 4 5. We ended up with 5 sections across, which is perfectly fine with me. And then of course we'll go up the side. Make sure I'm in frame here, and I am. Let's see, again, 2 3/4, and I'm just marking with the Sharpie right along the edge so that I've got kind of a starting point to know where to lay my tape, and then I'll just use the lines of the painting area itself in order to keep my tape lines straight. this last couple of spots marked. This top section is going to just be really, really narrow, which is totally fine with me. I'm not too worried about the sections being completely uneven, but I like them to be somewhat even. All right, so we're going to start with our little taco heart tape, and I'll start at this first section. And again, I'm just using, bring it in here. I'm just lining up with the actual row here. And then we'll come back, we'll finish off this sectioning stuff, and then we will, my next step this morning will be to kit up my drills. I use the suitcase with the 60 pots in it with the little screw top lids. This particular painting only has 22 colors. Eventually I may invest in some smaller drill storage so that I don't have to have a whole 60 pot case open the whole time I'm working. But for right now, it's what I have, it's what I like, so it's what I'm using. My next purchase though will probably be a 30 pack or a 30 vial case, just so that I am able to have a smaller work surface going at a time. So how was everybody's weekend? I was super busy hosting quilt camp all weekend. We all had a great time, ate lots of great food, and some people got a lot accomplished. I did not get quite as much accomplished as I would have liked to, but you know, I've been really focused on my diamond art lately, and I haven't really been doing much in the way of my quilting. And so, you know, we go through phases in life, and right now I'm just not in a quilting phase, but that's okay, it'll come back. The short that I posted yesterday was a quilt top made from a pattern from Fabric Cafe. It's a 3-yard quilt pattern. So you take 3 yards of coordinating fabric, one that's a focus fabric, which was the feathers, and then 2 coordinating fabrics to do the alternate block with. I love those kits because they do come together so quickly, and the instructions are super clear. If you did ever want to get into quilting, Fabric Cafe's 3-yard quilt patterns are fantastic for beginners. Like I said, the instructions are always super simple, and they just work every time. They just work. And buying 3 yards of fabric is not terribly expensive compared to some quilts you see will have, you know, I have one quilt that I've got in progress that actually calls for nearly 20 yards of fabric. That's a lot of fabric. I've been hoarding fabric for years, so when I came across that pattern and the class to do that one, they were like, bring 20 yards of fabric, and I was like, all right, no problem. So me and a couple of my friends went through my stash, and nearly everything for my quilt and one other came from my quilting fabric stash. The other, we just ran out of that particular tape. There's only like that much of it left, so we're going to toss that aside and grab our other tapes. We're gonna go with limes. Let's see here. Cute little limes on this one. Anyway, so me and one friend built that entire quilt kit out of nearly everything being already in my stash. Another friend picked a couple of fabrics to go in hers, but she had most of what she needed on hand already herself. So But yeah, it was a fun class to take, and the quilt will turn out beautiful if I ever get around to finishing it. But that was the last big thing I started before I lost what we refer to as my sojo, my sewing mojo, and kind of moved back over to diamond art. But everybody had a great time, and I came home super sore because, you know, concrete floors and really uncomfortable chairs do not make for great ergonomic situations. So just for sanity's sake, I'm pulling this one off. We'll replace it with limes so that we have tacos going one way and limes going the other. Does anybody here celebrate Cinco de Mayo, or do we all just go to the Mexican restaurant and have margaritas? Because that's kind of what we do. It's just margaritas at the Mexican place. All right, so now it's all sectioned off, ready to go. And what do you think? Should I number these and do them in a random order, or should I go ahead and do a... normally I just work from right to left and do this section and then, you know, go through like that. But I could absolutely do this in random sections if that would be more pleasing. Like I said, this is my first square drill, so it'll be interesting to see how it comes out. Anybody have any thoughts, questions, concerns? Absolutely drop them down in the description below, and I'd be happy to come over and answer your questions and see what we can come up with. Have a great day. Bye-bye.